Now, hey guys, we should go Roku here. I'm second 1000 and I'm here with.
So rated star 164.
And we're here today to talk about Xbox One console. We're going to talk about PS4 another time. Okay, so Michael, from what you know about the Xbox One, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't know too much about it except for what they showed at the E3 and reveal. But I like the way the overall look of the Xbox. It doesn't do too much for me. It definitely makes it. They definitely wanted to make it look like an actual home entertainment system that you'd have in your living room, and that all people could use it, like your parents or whatever. But the games that they showed on it, that new console, man, it's taking graphics to a different level for the consoles, man. Like it just with Rise and Dead Rising, those games just blew it away for me.
Yeah, the GPU that they have in the Xbox One, I think it's equivalent to a medium, like a desktop that could run Battlefield 3 on high settings, pretty much, is what they have in this console, which is really good. And the graphic quality, I mean, is going to be improved, and it also allows them to do much more with the console and have more info in the game. And what I mean by that, they could have bigger environments, more tessellation on the character models, and more features, such as in Watch Dogs, how open world, how detailed, and the stuff you can do in that world is amazing. And that's the power of the console. One other thing I want to talk about that I didn't like was the Xbox controller. Now, the design is amazing, okay?
Why do you not like it?
Well, because they have in the front end where you usually would plug in your mic, with I think a 9mm jack, or it's smaller than that, but they have like this mini USB connection, and now people will have to buy another headset. They can't use the old one that they did before, and I think that was a stupid move because not everybody could afford new headsets. Even though you get
one, they giving you one when you buy it?
They are, but
yeah, I feel for people that bought those really nice like Turtle Beaches and stuff like that and can't use them now.
Yeah, exactly, and that was a stupid decision. But the controller, I mean, it's amazing though. Like I love mainly the thumb grips that they have in it. Do you know anything else about the controller, Michael?
Don't know too much about it. I think it's going to be a little bit. I know it's not going to be like the exact same size as the Xbox 360 controller. I wasn't sure if they were going to make it a little bigger or smaller, but I do believe it's not the same exact size. But I like the look of it. I like, I kind of wish it was green. I kind of wish the whole console was green, but it's not.
Yeah, green is your favorite color, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, so Michael had to go do some stuff with his grandmother or whatever. So I'm gonna finish talking about the Xbox One console. So yeah, like I was saying about the controller, the thumb grips, they much more improved. They are concaved in the center, but they have like on the edges, it's like plastic, like very soft plastic that's grip. You could grip onto it much easier. And the D-pad is redesigned. It's not like the one that is currently on the controllers where you could swivel the D-pad up and down to either make it a round one for fighting games or making it a cross for FPSs and everything. In this particular one, in the new controller for the Xbox One, it's just a cross, but it's not like a circle or anything. It's like just a cross in the shell of the controller, which they said is going to be more accurate and everything. And so is the technology for being wireless and everything. And like I said, the front end of the controller is, in my opinion, a bad move. There's a lot of people that would have loved to keep their Turtle Beaches or their Tritons or their Astros without having to buy new ones, and now they'll have to buy new ones because the front end of it is like a mini USB or something. The controller has a lithium ion battery in it, that is going to be rechargeable with a cord that they give you, I guess. But it's also a bad move because now people will have to. Now the battery pack isn't on the outside like it usually is. It's actually encased in the controller itself, and so in order for you to remove it, you'll have to pop open a lid on the back of it and then take it out. And I don't know how easy that'll be. So it's just like, it's not going to be as quick as before, but people will get used to it. Now the Xbox One console, it has 2 HDMI ports, Ethernet, a auxiliary in port, and then of course the power cord, and a Connect 2, I guess, connection. The console, looks like a VCR, really, like Michael said, and it comes with Connect, which is improved now. It has a better camera, has better motion tracking. It could, they say, detect your heartbeat. It can, it always needs to be on, they said, but I think actually it doesn't always need to be on. It needs to be on every 48 hours. No, I'm not sure for that, on that. This is just from what I know. So if you want to input anything into the comments to tell me I'm wrong, you're welcome to. And it has 8 gigabytes of GDDR3 RAM in it, and what that means is it just has, the GDDR3 is better for background stuff, and making it work faster and everything. So it'll just make downloads and stuff that happening in the background happen faster. And they need that because in the new console you can use a Connect or voice commands to say, hey, go from game to cable to music to whatever else, and GDDR3 RAM is good for that. Now the console, they said it needs to be on every 48 hours. Now the question I have is, what is going to happen if you don't have it on every 48 hours? What if you're out in your cabin, or you're on a trip or something, and you just got into a hotel room and you don't have an internet connection? What then? I know we're connected in this world, but there's still people who can't afford it, or they cannot afford it, or they're just not close to the internet, or they live in a rural area where the internet goes on and off sporadically. That kind of stuff is not a good thing. But the strong points of the Xbox One, is the graphics, obviously, and that it could switch back and forth from the TV to the games. And they also have the exclusives. Like Rise, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, and soon to be Titanfall. It's going to be on the Xbox, exclusive to the Xbox. Now, in my opinion, exclusives should be wiped away, and it should be only just games on all consoles. Why should it matter? You limiting yourself as a company, if you have exclusives, and if you agree to exclusives. Now the console, it's gonna have a Blu-ray player as well. So I don't know how they pull that off, because if the Blu-ray is owned by Sony, how were they able to get it? I guess they worked out a deal or whatever. So you can watch Blu-rays now, and also discs are going to be able to hold more on them than before, and that just means that there's going to be a lot of games that come out that, like, if it has a 2 Blu-ray discs, that game is going to be big, like 100 hours or 200 hours of gameplay. But like if it only has one disc, you know you're getting all that you can on there. And the only peripherals they showed were the headset that you get with the Xbox One controller, Xbox One console, and you get like a generic headset that you could only chat into. And so, you know, for those who worrying about they have to get a new headset, you don't have to. If you buy the console, you get one with it, so you don't really have to worry about that. But you're not getting one that you can hear sound and voice chat through. So unless you have good speaker system on your TV or like a good sound bar, would you be able to hear good sound? And that's pretty much it, guys. You know, for what I know about the Xbox One console. The next one we're gonna do is the PS4. I know a little bit more about that than Michael. So when he comes back, hopefully we'll be able to get that to you guys, and I'll be able to own Michael and show him that yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Thanks, guys.